When you think about fear, the first thing that comes to your mind are surface emotions, such as how much you hate spiders or how you're afraid of heights. Now, I won't discredit your fear, but as you watch this, I want you to dig deeper. I wanted to see how people answer one single question. What do you fear the most regarding your future?
My biggest fear regarding my future is, will I ever complete or accomplish anything in this life? Maybe I have never really just said I'm going to do this and stuck to it. Maybe that's it. I've never really done it, and it's sad to say, but it is a fact. It's factual. I'm not 21, 31, 41, 51. Must I go on? I have not succeeded in the area of accomplishing something that I can say, you know what, I finally did this or that or whatever it may be.
I think that my biggest fear in regards to my future is definitely being a good father. I think that you're a product of your environment, so I think regardless of what's going on around you, if you have a stable home and a stable family, it can really set you up for the best life. I feel that my parents did a really good job of that. At the same time, I think even if you are the best parent you can be, or you're providing the best example for your children or your family, even then, I think people falter, and the kids of a family that even aren't as stable as that, they could still fall short. So I think as long as I can provide my best and I can give all that I am, that I'm doing the best that I can. So
I typically associate being successful with happiness. At this stage of my life, I'm taking a lot of steps to get to a certain area of my life where I want to be successful, and it's kind of worrying to me because where I want to end up in life, I'm going to have to kind of like take a lot of risks to get there, and if I were to know that everything I'm doing right now isn't going to pay off in the end, that would extremely, that would make me worry a lot.
I come from a very interesting family. Family of my dad with multiple women. Either being married or not being married at one particular time or another, and then there are all his kids. And so I think about that. A fear meaning, it's a fear for me where I don't want to end up in that way. Not that he's a bad man. I mean, I think he's tried his best and he keeps trying. But it's just something that as a son, you think about, hey, do I want to be like my parents in this particular area or that area? And I think it's also a guiding force for me trying to be a good husband. And when I have kids, to be a good parent, because I have that underlying thing behind me. It's like, I don't want to be like him. And so because of that, it kind of boils into a fear, probably because I think about it. So.
I would probably selfishly say financial.
Yeah.
You don't know if your job's going to be good since we're, both serving. You don't know if you're going to make $20 or $100. And we luckily do have a little bit saved up. So if anything happens, Lord forbid, we're okay. But I think that's always our biggest concern. We still love each other. We still have family that loves us. We won't go hungry, but we want to be able to pay for our power bills and things like that.
Providing for ourselves instead of having to fall on the backs of everybody else around us.
Yeah.
The part of my future that frightens me the most would be basically not being an inspiration. I feel like I was created to be an inspiration. That's like one of my biggest desires in life. And sometimes you get so stuck in a rut of like where you at and what's going on in your life right now that you lose sight of like the bigger picture. The bigger picture is about inspiring somebody else and uplifting somebody else, and just like finding that one person every day that you could like really bring light to their life.
I think the scariest thing is knowing if I'm capable of making my dreams come true, and I think that's what I'm most afraid of. Instead of like continuing on my life with all my friends and all my peers, they're all creating, families, and I'm still deciding what's the best route to take. I want to be an interior designer, so I've been to school, I've been through the whole system, but I need to go back to school, and that's frightening to me because I kind of want to get on with my life instead of going back and regressing and being a student again.
It's hard to define one thing that I feel would be considered a downfall in my future, but I think I would have to go with just my family. That's probably my biggest fear of not succeeding in, is not being the person that my family thought I was and letting them down. I would have to go with that one for sure. Just because how important they are to me and how much they depend on me and look to me towards things. So just being that person that they could always go to in times of need would be really hard to get over if I ever let them down.
I don't understand the world anymore with so much violence going on. I'm a little afraid for my future because I'm not sure how the world is going to turn out to be. I don't know if the killings are going to increase or if there's going to be peace. That's the biggest fear of my future, not knowing what the new generation is going to be like.
I don't think I can say just one thing that I am scared about or fear the most in the future. I think there's multiple things. Marriage is scary. I've been with my husband for almost 11 years, but as life goes on and having kids and dealing with difficult times, what we may go through are ups and downs that might be a little bit scary to deal with. So you know that you could probably, you know that you're in fully, but that other person could, you just never know, and it's kind of a scary roller coaster that could take. So
I want to do something that makes me happy. I think the thing about my future that scares me the most, I'd have to say is being in a job or a career that I don't have a passion for. I look at my parents and I see like how my mom is, and she loves what she does, even though it doesn't always necessarily like pay the bills, but she goes to work and she loves it. Whereas on the other side, it was just a job, and like I said, even though sometimes doesn't make the most money, my mother still can wake up every day excited to go out into the world and do her thing.
What I can do to prevent myself from not accomplishing anything is change. Change my ways, change my way of thinking, change the whole behavior, replace some negative things with positive things. And I think by doing that, then I will be able to accomplish something in life that is something that is something to be proud of, I should say.
Change is something that's always been scary to me, and I think that change is something that I need to overcome. And I think that I need to realize that if I don't make changes in my life, I'm going to be stuck in one place instead of carrying on and like overcoming, things that would be frightening to me beforehand, and just like going for it and, accomplishing my goals.
serving and like talking to people are the really moments that you could take these strangers, people you have never met in your life before, and really like be an influence to them and speak into their lives. And I think that's like one of the most prophetic and like most like rewarding things that I get out of my day every day.
My goal is to probably speak to so many Christians as possible in my generation and see how we can spread love and spread the gospel and spread the word out there and how to become like Christ rather than just doing things of the world.
I will map out everything necessary to like the most specific point of that and take it step by step to get there.
I think what I could do to prevent my biggest fear is to just live every day as one and take it for what it is and really just live every day to my absolute fullest.